well. So you probably faster than me, I'll pull over.
Educate yourself and the truth you won't neglect. The system is a lie, so don't forget.
Right, my friends, it's time for an update on the healing journey. Progress mentally, physically. I feel very different since putting out my 365 days off-grid video. I feel like I took everything I kind of learned from the 7 year, which is a period of isolation and introspection, and I put most of it down into that video. What I'd learned living alone in the woods for a whole year, and I'm still out there, but I know what the future looks like. For the first time in years, I know what the future has in store for me. It's the 8 year, you know, I'm in it now, and it's going to take some time to manifest it, but I know where it's going. I mean, really, the reason I've struggled so much lately is because I took in and I accepted all this new information, but I only acted on some of it. I sort of put it to one side, I sort of shelved it, and I got disheartened, and I just stopped living that new truth that I had once embodied. Just got to take a moment for the beauty of the forest at sunset. Nice view here. So what's going on? Right, this is the first time I show the extent of my immune/skin complications on this channel. So I've had what doctors call psoriasis for a bunch of years now. I don't really care to remember how long, and I managed to free myself from dependency on medicine very quickly just by changing my diet and getting cigarettes and alcohol out of the system, leaving the place I lived at that time, absorbing all this new information. This is what this is supposed to be about. It's about absorbing new information and not acting upon it, because I was out of alignment, as they say, with what I'm supposed to be doing. And I can't really elaborate on what I mean by supposed. I don't know where it comes from, but what I'm supposed to be doing. The skin flared up, right? The immune system's like an internal thing. It's just trying to wake you up, shake you up, and say, look, hey, you need to get back on track. And I mean, just look at the proliferation. I'll scroll a list right now of the better known immune-caused diseases, just so you get an impression of how many really common conditions have something to do with the immune system. And what I now understand this to be, it's like an internal guidance system that's saying, hey, you're off course, you need to change things. And obviously it can't tell you specifically what to change, but you'll know that's called intuition. In intuition, it will just lead you to the right things, and there's no harm in trying different things. So like I say, I had some early success with the clean living. That's just a given. But everybody's idea of what clean living is very different. Also, I'm just smashing in supplements. I've been through phases in the past of supplements, and I had a big phase when I was raw vegan where I was just like, do you know what? I was doing sun gazing then as well, and I was like, okay, I'm eating as close to the sun, the source of energy, as possible. I don't need vitamins, I don't need supplements. So I was basically using, the only supplementation I was using was cacao powder. It was just that and fruit and salad. That's all I was eating, and it was a pretty powerful time. It did some pretty powerful things to my awareness. And you know, if you're in that vicinity, I'd highly recommend it. If you are vegan and you haven't tried the raw vegan thing, you know, give it a go. That's the thing, I didn't eat fat. I wouldn't even eat avocados. I didn't want to eat any fat at that time. Anyone who's got a skin condition, you need to be taking vitamin D3 with a K2 on the side for absorption. So I'm taking a lot of that stuff. I'm taking a lot of that. I'm taking a B12 complex just for good measure. just trying to cover all bases. And what have I just started doing? There's a thing called acidophilus, and I reckon it's probably a family of different bacterial cultures that are these so-called friendly bacterias in the gut. And when I went ketogenic, I started eating a lot of yogurt, and I was eating this specific brand of yogurt which had live cultures in it. It was, I think it's called Yo Valley Organic or something like that, and it's got these cultures in it. And I don't know, because it wasn't done under lab conditions or anything, but I think that made a massive difference to my digestion. I took all the fibre out, I took all the sugar out when I went ketogenic. Obviously you're just eating protein and fat, less than 30 grams of carbohydrate a day, but I think that those little friendly bacteria were necessary. I mean, I'd used acidophilus supplements in the past when I was vegan and when I was first trying to sort out my gut issues, with no success, but I'm taking them now. They're 20 billion per capsule, and I'm taking 2 a day, which is double the recommended dosage. I will go down to 1 capsule eventually. What else am I taking now? I've just got this stuff, L-glutamine. If you suspect you might have, what do they call it, intestinal permeability, you should be taking L-glutamine. And there's a lot of studies to back that up for repairing any damage in your gut. So yeah, we're working on all this stuff, and it's just like, okay, when am I going to see the knock-on effect? I'm sorting the digestion out, I'm sorting the gut out, and it's better than it's been in a year. I mean, it's all been downhill for a year until sort of the last couple of months. It's getting back on track now, and it's like, at what point is it going to start having a knock-on effect with my skin? Because it's just been getting, like I say, gradually worse since my last relationship went on the rocks. And that was obviously emotionally turbulent time for me. What do they call it? Psychosomatic, where what's going on in your mind is affecting what's going on in your body. And it's partly that, and it's partly not living in alignment with my truth, with what I know to be true. Yeah, a little update. I'm going to do a video that I've been planning to do for a long time. Probably going to record it tomorrow, especially if it's a nice day. I'll go out and find somewhere scenic in the woods here. I'm going to talk about YouTube and how you can make YouTube work for you, because I've learned a lot about the algorithm, how the algorithm works. And just going back to the diet stuff, I've unfollowed every single channel that I was subscribed to previously that was talking about diet. So anyone who was promoting veganism, anyone who's promoting carnivore, anyone in between. That's it, that's the last of the sun there, my friends. I'm going to get home, yeah, and probably right after I upload this, there'll be another video. I'll be talking about YouTube, trying to do more vlogs, trying to talk more. Yeah, I want to get more of a community, more interaction with the people. I'm very appreciative for the people who do watch this channel, the people who keep coming back and commenting, and we've got private messages going, a couple of us, and it's really interesting to make contact with these people, because whatever I'm going through, you guys are going through it too. Some of you are further along than me, and you post very helpful comments that point me in the right direction. And some of you have got more to learn from me than perhaps I do from you. We're all in it together. We're all working together. So, sun gazing. And D3 with K2 capsules.
Free up your mind, it's time to elevate and listen to the guidance and the lessons that the universe is giving. Shifting our perception, evolving from this mental prison. And I know we'll be alright if we keep lifting up our minds.
Righteousness.
Now you must confess, living like slaves don't make no sense.